What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, I want to talk about if we should be worried about the Margot Robbie, the full female led Pirates movie being developed. Now, I made the video when that first came out, that news first came out. I didn't get notifications, but the video did really well, so I really do appreciate all of you guys that watched it. I saw the divide. There was a lot of divide there. There's a lot of people that really weren't into it. There was a lot of likes to the video. There were more dislikes than there normally is for a Pirates video. I think that's just because maybe you guys didn't agree with me. Maybe you guys didn't agree with the idea of this Margot Robbie thing. But I do want to make my opinions clear on this movie. Maybe even try to settle some people down because I do get it. By the way, I mean, I'm totally, for those saying what they did to men in Birds of Prey and all that kind of stuff, I don't want to put my stamp too much on where I feel politically on a lot of things. I feel like that would maybe get me in trouble. Maybe as the channel grows, as we get bigger, I can do that more and more. But I do want you to know that you're not alone and that I do agree with you. Okay, so I understand where I try to be in the middle with a lot of things, but I do definitely understand where people come out that we don't want anything to be ruined because of this movie. Okay, so again, so should we be worried about it? Well, I do think there's reason, right? The writer of Birds of Prey is the biggest reason. Jerry Bruckheimer producing it, I think, is a really good starting point. Margot Robbie, people did say that they don't necessarily like the fact that it would be her. I think she's great. I honestly feel like she's a fantastic choice. But I like Karen Gillan. Yeah, does that mean that Karen Gillan can't also be in it? No, not in this one. I don't think she'd be. I think this honestly rules her out and this is definitely kind of out of left field because, again, for literally, I don't know, like a year and a half, we've been talking literally about her. Sometimes in Hollywood movies, there's just like a person that comes to mind and then everybody talks about it. And it's almost like we will it into existence. You know what I mean? Kind of that even happened with like It Chapter 2. Remember when It came out, everybody kind of pitched their fan, like what would be the best ones, and they were really good, and everybody kind of agreed that it would work. And then what happened? It literally, the people that were suggested by fans across the internet, the day one when It came out, all of a sudden those are the cast members of It Chapter 2. You know what I mean? So it's weird how that kind of thing can happen sometimes, especially with movies. It happens quite a bit. We were kind of willing Karen Gillan into existence of doing it. Now, again, does that mean she can't be in Pirates 6 with Johnny Depp? No, it doesn't mean that. I think she's honestly still could. In fact, that's what I hope actually happens. This Margot Robbie one, I think she's, again, Birds of Prey is Birds of Prey. But what I would say is she does great. I think she's a really, really good Harley Quinn. I think Margot Robbie is a very, very good actress. I'm not worried about her. I can picture her as a pirate. I'm not worried about any of that in the slightest. I'm not worried about an accent. I think she can do multiple different accents. She can lose her accent. She can add a new one to it. I mean, I have no problem with that. I get it, though. It's the writing. I hope that's where people are, because I just don't agree. If you don't like Margot Robbie, you don't think she'd be a good pick, I'm not going to be agreeing with that. That's okay. If you think that, that's totally cool. I think she's a good choice, though. The writing, I'm on board with you, okay? If you are afraid that the writer of Birds of Prey can ruin pirates, anti-men, all that kind of stuff, yeah, I can see that. I can see the villain being a white man. I can see all that kind of stuff happening. There's no doubt in my mind that something like that could happen. That does suck. That's something that I don't want. I don't want that to be in a Pirates movie. If it is, we got to talk about it. We have to voice our complaint. We have to do something about it. We have to, be the voice of change. And ultimately, that's all we, it sucks because, will we have to pay money to see it? Are we really going to turn down? Because that's another thing, too. Would you really turn down a Pirates movie? All of us that adore pirates, that are here in the years and years and years in between Pirates of the Caribbean films, and then we finally get one, even if it's not what we want, would we not watch it? Because we don't get many movies. I mean, think about it. It's been 20 plus years and we've gotten 5 movies. That's it. And this is not, and remember what I said, I still stand by this. The idea of doing a movie like this, I love, because it shows again that they're finally, I mean, literally again, 20 years later after all this stupid stuff they pulled with 4, with 5, with the in-between of both of them, they finally realized, oh my God, guys, look, Pirates is big. We can actually do different things. We can actually have the main movies going on and also have spin-offs at the same time. Hey, maybe we can even do a TV show. You know what I mean? It took them this long to figure that out. I like that they finally figured it out. I think that is in my opinion, besides Margot Robbie, who I really do like, that is my biggest strength. I think that's the biggest strength of this entire thing happening, is that at least they realize that this is a big franchise, that they could do multiple things with that, reduce the budget, reduce the scope, even though 5 and 4 kind of did that, and you're going to make money. It's not going to make maybe as much as Pirates 2, 3, 4 did, right? I don't think maybe they'll never reach that mark again, but you can make a lot of money, and you can actually make some really solid products. Now, again, yeah, Disney's killed a lot of favorite films of mine in the past, like with Star Wars and others, right? So they've definitely made mistakes, but again, I like the idea that they're willing to do something like this. So there is definitely reason to worry. Though the last thing, though, I guess the final part of this is, I don't know where the dislikes came from. I don't really know where you guys are standing on it. So definitely, feel free to let me know in this video as well. The last part is, this is not a replacement to Johnny Depp, and I never meant for, when I was talking about that movie, to be that. Okay, so again, I stand with you on that as well. I think this is good. I think, could it ruin Pirates? Yeah, it could, if it's very, very anti a lot of different things with this writer. That could happen. But again, Jerry Bruckheimer's connected. I don't know if Jerry is just going to, I hope I'm okay, or Mr. Bruckheimer. I don't care. I hope that he's not okay sitting in that producer chair, putting all this stuff together and watching as his vision of this universe be literally crushed in front of him. You know what I mean? I don't know if he'd be willing to do that. And, he's getting older. Will he always be attached to these movies? I don't think he always will. But for now, I mean, it's his, he's not the director, but he puts everything together, right? Pirates is his vision. So I hope that he wouldn't let something like that happen. But again, I want Johnny Depp in 6. So this is not, in my opinion, a replacement to that. Nobody would be happy if they decide, okay, we're going to do a Pirates reboot with Karen Gillan, and we're also going to do a Pirates spinoff with Margot Robbie, both female-led movies. Oh, and by the way, Johnny Depp, he's gone. We dropped Jack. That's completely out. That would be the worst-case scenario. You don't do that. You absolutely don't do that. The best-case scenario is hopefully what's happening. They have the script, or they have a couple different scripts for Pirates 6, and they're waiting to see what happens with Johnny Depp. They insert him in Pirates 6. He's a main part of that movie. Is he the main character? No. You have other characters do it with him, but it's his goodbye. You have that goodbye. Do you have Karen Gillan in it? Maybe. Do you not? Maybe that was all, made up stuff, and it was actually Margot Robbie all along. Whatever happens to be, but you say goodbye to Jack in Pirate 6 with, maybe you have Henry and Karina come back, you have Gibbs, you have all these characters come back, all that stuff. You say goodbye, and then you can have future movies with Karen Gillan if she's in it, and she can kind of be the future of the main Pirates, and then there's also spin-off projects with Margot Robbie. Honestly, even with somebody like Margot, it's tough too, because she fits a lot of the attributes Karen Gillan has. They're young. In fact, Margot Robbie is younger. She's 30. Karen Gillan is she's going to be 30. Actually, by the time you see this, she'll be 30, and Karen Gillan is going to be 33. So actually, Margot Robbie is actually younger, and I have always said you want younger people to carry this. Now, the actress who does Karina, I think she's actually the youngest, and Henry too. They're like 27, 28 years old. So again, they were good picks back with Pirates 5 to lead it. They were in their mid-20s. Right now, they're in their late 20s, but that's fine. So, but my question is, I wonder what happens with, it's a spin-off movie, but is the plan to have more, where's the I don't know, where's the bracket? Like, there's the main Pirates arc, and Johnny Depp say will end at Pirates 6, and then, or Jack Sparrow, and then do you keep going, like, is it not Pirates 7, but do you call it like the main Pirates timeline, and that's running with whichever female you put in the main storyline, and then you also have a spin-off with Margot Robbie, and then do you have sequels to that? Does she come back, or is it like a sequel, or a spin-off series, kind of like you did with Star Wars, with you have Rogue One, and then you'll have Solo, and you know what? Obviously, I didn't like Solo. I thought that was just a waste. I mean, it wasn't actually a bad movie. It was actually pretty average, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but it just didn't need to happen. But you know what? Pirates really could take something from that. You do a spinoff with Margot Robbie. Maybe you do sequels to that with her. You don't have to. You could do it with somebody else. Then you also maybe say, hey, everybody likes Johnny Depp. Everybody likes Jack Sparrow. Let's do a Jack remember, there has been rumors. Do you do like a prequel thing? Is that a Disney Plus thing? Do you do a prequel Barbossa thing? Is that a Disney Plus thing? So do you do that? I mean, again, think of the possibilities for Pirates of the Caribbean. They're enormous. So again, yes, I don't like the idea that they could ruin it with this all-female kind of agenda. Okay, that is not my dream world for Pirates. It's a world, and it's not like I'm anti-female. It's a world where can't we all just be equal? Like if a girl girl is leading it, that's fine. If a female is leading it, if that's what needs to happen, that's what needs to happen. If a male is leading and that needs to happen, it needs to happen. They can coexist. They can each lead movies. Doesn't matter. But if you're gonna like say one side is awful and the other side is better or something like that, that's where it starts to kind of overstep, right? So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But they seem to be leaning on what Star Wars did. I feel like that's the vibe. But again, yes, this could potentially backfire. It could very much hurt the franchise. But you know what? The franchise is already hurt. Pirates 1 was really the best one in a lot of people, not in mine, in a lot of people's minds though. Pirates 1 was the best, and ever since then, it's only gone downhill for a lot of people. 2 and 3 is still looked at pretty reasonably well by a lot of people, and then 4 and 5, in terms of like the larger audience, a lot of people didn't like it. Now again, are they the ones going to see it? Are they the reasons why it made 7, 8, 900 million, $1 billion? No, not necessarily. They're the ones who either don't see it or they say it just for brownie points, but then they go end up spending their money anyway. You know what I mean? So the franchise, to some people, has already been going downhill for like 12, 13, 14 years. Why can't you change it up again? You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I like the idea that they are willing to expand it, that they're willing to do spin-offs, that they're willing, hey, can we get some prequels? Like, what can we do with Pirates? Can we continue the main story? There is so much that this franchise is so filled with potential that, and I don't really think they captured it once. They captured it with the original trilogy, 1, 2, and 3. They captured what Pirates of the Caribbean could be. It doesn't rest on Jack. It rests on a very good supporting cast of everybody working together. It works on really, really good villains. It works on supernatural elements. It works on pirate battle, the ship battles, the sword combat, all this amazing stuff. That is right there, Pirates of the Caribbean. 4 took a lot of steps in a different direction, and 5 took a lot of steps in a different direction. They need to get back what they had with 1 through 3, and it doesn't have to be with Jack. Yes, Pirates 6 should. It needs to be with Jack, actually. But after that, they can do whatever they want, in my opinion. Now, again, will it backfire? It could very well backfire, but we'll have to wait and see. But again, more Pirates. I mean, are we really going to say no to more Pirates? Like, if I told you over the next 4 years we could have like 2 Pirates movies instead of 1, are you going to be like, no, I'll pass? I mean, I really don't think you'd pass. I think you'd probably go see both of them, right? But again, I could be wrong. I could be misreading the room. Definitely let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? Are you worried about this Margot Robbie movie? What are your concerns? Do you like the idea that they're trying to do different things with Pirates? Let me know. As always, make sure that you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel, Podcast Now. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up, and I'll continue talking about Pirates. It seems like we're going to get a lot more Pirates of the Caribbean over the next little while. I mean, movies are starting going back to filming, so I think it's honestly only a matter of time until we really start to get Pirates news in terms of this Pirates 6 or the Karen Gillan one, the Margot Robbie one. Very, very exciting times, Pirates related, over the next little while. I'll make sure to cover as much of it as I possibly can, okay? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.